Hello, this is Francis from McCaffrey Crafts, and if you're joining the live stream or watching it retrospectively, welcome to the live stream. Just going to try using this laptop and this little webcam thing to see how it goes as well. And I hope you can join me for this 1 hour. And I do like to make myself available to the community, and it's always good to do it. I'm trying to live stream on Facebook as well as YouTube now at the same time. So I don't know will it work or not. Sure, we'll give it a try anyway. So I'll always give a few minutes for people to arrive, just to make sure that everything's okay and that people can like join it and everything as well. So another week. Coming to the few more weeks now to the end of the cutting season as well. So yeah, like the end of March, which is be March the 31st, is the end of the cutting community or cutting season. I mean, so I have a few more weeks as well. So I think I'll have another go now in the next week or two to try to get just some more blackthorn before it's too late to do that as well, because you can only cut at a certain time of year, and you can only cut really between like kind of maybe about early November to about March time, and that's if you're a professional shillelagh blackthorn stick maker like me, that's the time of year that you're going to go and do your cutting on as well. So I hope everyone can see me and hear me. I hope everything is loud and clear as well. 1 second now. So I'm just using the this new thing today to see if I can stream across a few platforms at the same time. I should be able to anyway. Like, see how it goes. So Tommy, hey Tommy, how are things as well? It's good to see you. So Tommy says, "Hey Francis." Tommy's a good friend of the Blackthorn community as well. And we have Tarina Mines and hello as well. Hello to you. Let's see, we have Sawyer Cantrell. Hey Francis. Let's see, we have hello from Florida. Very nice to meet you as well. 23s. Let's see, we have Garen as well. Oh, very good to see you again. I haven't seen you there for a while, Garen. Hope everything's all right with you as well. Tim says, hello, Francis, here for another session of the Brotherhood of the Blackthorn. Yes, yes. It's a weekly thing now. Like we've got this cult going, so we got to keep it going. Torino says, I'm loving my second stick. You have one more stick to go to have 3 sticks as well. So that would be pretty good till you have that as well. Robert, very nice for you to join the Blackthorn live stream today, and thank you and welcome to the channel. I'm here to answer any questions or anything you have. Joe, how are you in Germany, my man? You must get you on the channel there sometime as well. I think I can actually invite people on to this live stream with this software. I just have to. Everyone uses it on YouTube, so I have to just figure it out. I just kind of got the last minute today. Let's see now. I'm shopping for number 3. Very good. I've put a load of sticks on, and I have some really nice ones that are drying there in the corner. So I'm always got like dust in my eye. So if you see me like always fidgeting my eye and moving around, I'm not like special in that kind of way or anything, but I do get a lot of dust and I'm always injured as well. Let's see, we have Joe Grande, a very good commentator on the channel, and I haven't been reading a lot of the comments there recently because St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I've been trying to focus on getting a number of very good Blackthorn walking sticks online as well. Let's see now. What software are you using? StreamYards, of course. StreamYards is what they all use as well. I mean, normally I just kind of did it on my phone and different things because, like, I don't put a lot of time into the YouTube channel in terms of looking at the lighting, the angles. My main job is to sell walking sticks. That's my main source of income. I just point the camera and just talk, and I just give people a glimpse of me and who I am and my personality. I think it's kind of important to let people know. Let's see, it's really mine. I have time since my shoulder surgery last week. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, was that for the repetitive stress injury? I remember you said there on one of the live streams. But yeah, hope you get better as well. Like, who knows, in the future we'll have bionic arms and nano technology inside or something like that as well. If I miss any comments, oh yeah, there was a guy Andre. He made a comment last week and he said I didn't see his comment. So sometimes comments go miss astray. It doesn't mean I don't love you guys. It's just sometimes I don't see him as well. So just re-ask again if I don't answer you as well. We have let's see, Gioxa from let's see, from Colorado. Very good. Are you from Denver or someplace like that? Must have a bit of snow there at the moment, I'd say. Uh, can that be a hiking stick? Sorry, can that be a hiking stick, a walking cane, and a cudgel for Virgin Tree? Yeah, exactly. You got to get a set. You got to get all through. It's like Pokemon. You have to collect them all. You got to collect them all with the McCaffrey crafts ones as well. Let's see. Joe Grande said, by next year my sticks will be seasoned and starting to work now. Yeah, I saw you getting like new into it this year and cutting and asking a lot of questions, which is the best way to do. And it's you have great energy and enthusiasm for making some walking sticks. So I do appreciate you and all. Without you've been a great contribution to the channel as well. And by all means, like interact and answer questions yourselves to each other on the community. Like there's a lot of guys in this Blackthorn community that have a lot of knowledge in Blackthorn as well. You don't have to wait for me to answer a question. If you see someone ask a question, you know the answer to. The other guys can answer it as well. Um, let's see now. We have Sawyer who says, currently preparing ingredients for smothered pork chops. Let's see. I've been cutting 8 or 9 onions for the sauce gravy. I've ordered some required reading for falconry license in Tennessee. Falconry, is that like the birds, like the owls and the hawks and stuff like that? Falconry, like there's actually one of them near Killarney. I was like thinking of bringing the kids as well to kind of see the birds and things like that. Be kind of handy to have your own falcon or hawk or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. So let's see now. We have Jeff watching us on Facebook, waiting desperately for my first one to arrive, supposedly today. Yeah, it usually like the couriers are pretty good. If they say today, it'll be today or tomorrow. Like sometimes, they forget to scan it at one of the centers and it just delays it by a few hours. If they have like different cycles that they go out, but I'm sure you'll have it soon. Like the shipping is pretty good on it as well. Three of mine is your rotary cuff. Yeah, like that's hopefully after the operation, like you get a bit more kind of use out of the shoulder. A few more years on it as well would be pretty good. Kurt says, good evening to the Order of the Blackthorn. The Honourable Francis McCaffrey has the floor. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm definitely going to be doing like the Order of the Blackthorn. I have some ideas on that as well. I have so many ideas that I will get to sooner or later. It'll just take me a while. You see, like creatively, I have like a lot of ideas to do within YouTube, but I do have to like focus on my primary objective is making money to feed the kids. Like these Blackthorns, they don't sell themselves. Like I have to be pretty active and contacting people and answering quite a lot of questions as well. Garen says, indeed. Well, it's good to see you back there, Garen. Hopes all's going well with you. Let's see. We have Chef Paul Alguar, I think it is. Howdy from Texas. Texas is a very loyal state to McCaffrey Crafts. One of the best states for buying my sticks as we Colorado and Florida and a few others as well. So I'm very fond of Texas and Texans as well. Over the years, I've met a lot of people from Texas, and they've come over to visit me as well. And Ireland's open for business, guys. There's no mask mandates. You can walk around without, having the little thing on your mouth. Ireland is completely open. All the restrictions are gone now. It's back to normal. Everyone has done what they've said. We've done what we've been told. Now we're just going to get on with it as well. So, let's hope you guys can come over there soon enough. Garen says, that's a Wickley Tourney stick behind you. Yeah, I've got to change these. These have been on the walls for a while. I have. I've made about 6 of these type of Tourney ones. These Tourney ones are quite popular because they just look cool and they look badass. If you have like a stick with all the thorns, and it's kind of hard to find pieces of wood like this one. Like this is like it's got some really nice thorns in it as well. because sometimes like you get like really nice turns, and then you're trying to make the handle like, and the handle is okay in this one, but it's like more kind of like a smaller type of handle as well. It still fits on actually pretty nice, comfortably into the center of the hand. But you know, there's not many out there like me that get the real Blackthorn. Like most of the guys, you know, they're selling like nonsense out there as well. Like, you know, Blackthorn, depending on where you cut it and what part of the Blackthorn tree and hedge, you know, you can get different types of things as well. So that is a pretty good one as well. A quick update on my Blackthorn Q. Oh yeah, the Stuker Q. I remember that. The Q mirror told me that Blackthorn is very stable and soon he will be begging the inlay work on a CNC machine. Well, that's good that he wait for the season, because like when you contacted me on Facebook that time, Joe, it was like there was no way it could have been seasoned yet. And then like, you know, if you're making something like a Q, you have to make sure it's like well seasoned. Geoxa says 70 plus today. Snow tonight here in Denver. Snow is pretty nice to look at for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh, I've had enough of this snow. Let's see now. Let's see, 70 plus snow here in Denver as well. Oh yeah. Let's see now. I held off cutting more sticks because maybe a good possibility of moving. Hopefully, I'll find a suitable place to work on walking sticks. That's a good point, because you do need to have your own space for storing the walking sticks. You also need to have your own place to work on as well. But like with stick making, you don't need that much space. Like you can have like a small little shed or a small little area. You just need like some kind of little workbench, a handsaw, rasps, and plenty of sandpaper, and away you go. You see, that's the kind of beauty of an Irish Blackthorn walking stick. It was usually like, you know, something practical, something that could be made. It's just hard to find a piece of wood, hard to find one piece of wood with a nice handle, and you know, Blackthorn is well known for being one of the densest woods out there as well. Let's see now. Sawyer says yes, very good. Then we have, let's see, Zaptane Kaboom says hello everyone. That's an interesting name. That's an interesting name. Where does that come from? And you have the anonymous Guy Fawkes Matrix thing. There's a profile picture. Very good. Tune of mine. I need to be in shape to show off my walking sticks for St. Patrick's Day parade. If anyone asks, I'll show your YouTube channel. Please do. Tell everyone about me. Tell everyone about McCaffrey Crafts. Tell everyone there's this madman in Clorglan, County Kerry, who is continually keeping the tradition of stick making and shillelagh making alive. For another generation, it is. You know, I can only do my part for now. It's up to you guys to, you know, the younger guys to come in. Like, I'm 43, but I, you know, a lot of guys don't get into stick making till they're in their 50s, 60s, and later. So I'm in my prime still. You know, I like Mike Tyson. You know, when he was 22 or 23. That's how I see myself in this. Troy, my good man, how are you? Very good to see you on the stream as well. I've noticed you've been picking up some nice sticks there recently from me. Very good. Kirk, all the good old mouth diapers. Oh God, all nations need to have a mass burning good riddance. Look, as I said before, like everyone, man, like, you know, everyone has a limit, right? You want me to wear this hat? I'll wear this hat. You want me to wear these silly pants? I'll wear these pants. You want me to wear this? But like, it comes a stage where you're like, you know, you can only so long before you have enough and stuff. But that's why I keep saying it as well, guys. Like, you know, Ireland is taking the lead in the world. Such a tiny country, but Ireland is like, you know, finally said, you know, taken on, you know, like you guys in Texas and Florida, and said, look, we got to get on with our lives, man. It's kind of been, you know, we're on our third year now. You know, leave Putin do his thing in the Ukraine. We got to get on our thing in Ireland and get tourism going again, which is a huge thing for Irish people. There's this huge industry around it that is kind of hard for people. It's really weird. Like, there's plenty of jobs in Ireland at the moment. Like, if you want jobs anywhere, you can get them, but they still haven't raised the salaries. I thought with the lack of like jobs, people would be like raising their salaries, but employers are still holding tough on them as well. Let's see now. This next one, Joe has a comment. Francis, what's your opinion on posting sticks on Facebook? Until I do all the research to start my own site, I got a program to successfully develop a website. Things settle, hope to cut more sticks. Yeah, Facebook is like, it's kind of a bit mad, because like, you meet some decent guys on Facebook, but then there's about 20% of guys that are just complete assholes. And no matter what you post, they're just going to say it's crap, or they're just going to be really negative, or they're just going to, like, you know, just troll you and stuff because they're just in their mom's basements and they're just like, you know, nothing to do as well. Like so, and you do meet some really good guys on Facebook as well. But like you also, just when you go in and go into those groups and stuff, they're just highly competitive. Like all the guys on Facebook posting, like they're there for a reason as well. Like they don't have the website, they haven't a registered business, they haven't set up as well, and different things. But like it's Facebook is good depending on your group you're in. But like you have to have a bit thicker skin than me on Facebook. Like for me, like the main thing that kind of drives me nuts on Facebook is like when you see people posting pictures saying real Irish authentic blackthorn, and it's no way a shillelagh or it's no way made from blackthorn as well. And when I give guys a good education on Facebook, I get banned. I get banned from so many groups. I've been banned from about, I say, 20 of these stick groups. But yeah, it's like it's worth a try. Everyone's got to begin somewhere. uh, Jimmy Edwards, hello to the Order of the Blackthorn from South Texas. Very good, Jimmy. Things must be pretty hot there down south. I don't really know too much about South Texas. Just like I know about like Austin and Dallas and Houston, a few of these type of places. There we go. I saw your comment this week, Andre. Hello, Francis. Best of greetings from Germany. Yeah, I decided to kind of link it up so I could kind of go live on Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time to get a few extra faces on my good face. Do you have any 20 sticks for sale on the website? I pretty think I do. I'd say I have a pretty few on the website now. Let me just double check. Boom, bada, boom. Let's see if I can share the screen here. Wait, share. Let's see if I can share the screen. All right, you can kind of see my screen here. I just choose what to share. Entire screen. Sure. Right. There we go. So you guys can see here. Let me just go back here for a second. Right. So here's my website, guys. You can see here McCaffrey Crafts Blackthorn walking sticks, or authentic Blackthorn. So we go in here, look at some walking sticks. So a few of these have kind of sold there recently. That stick there is a pretty nice one, the 37 inch one as well. This one's sold. I have to get this out at the weekend. So see, that's a nice one as well. I think I posted a lot of these kind of ones with handles there recently because I had a few guys asking it. So if you're more looking for like a walking aid with a good support, go for these type of ones with handles. They're pretty good. Yeah, so I posted a bunch of these handles. Let's see now. I have a few thorny ones. So I have 9 pages of walking sticks here. Won't take too long. That one's a bit thorny there, 34.25 inch. So if you're about like 5'9", something like that, that stick might be okay. This one's thorny as well. I say if you wait like let's see, that one's actually not too bad. Wait, this one's kind of thorny. It's kind of nice. The handle's kind of small, this one. But let's see now. We get another picture of the thorns in it as well. So it has, like, you can see there's a few thorns along the way and stuff like that. Let's see now if I have. So that's page 2. On page 3, that one's pretty thorny. I remember, and that's kind of like, that one's kind of hard to take a picture of because like it actually curves in quite nicely into your hand, but it's kind of hard to kind of say as well. So I might do this from time to time, like just kind of share the screen so you can kind of see what ones I have as well. Let's see now what other sticks I have here that are thorny. Anyway, look, there's 9 sticks there. I could probably go on forever as well. Go in here if you want these type of cudgels and battas. Like that one there is probably the nicest of them. This is pretty good. It's been up the website for a while now. It's probably only a matter of time before that one will be snapped as well. Like so that one's probably the nicest of this bunch here. Let's have a look. That one's all right too. That one's pretty thick, but it has a smaller handle. Let's see. Actually, I need to put more of these up. Actually, I have 15 of these guys done, so I'll probably be putting them up next on the site. Hiking sticks. Oh yeah, that one's sold. That was a nice one. Unusual. Yeah, I probably need to get more and more hiking sticks on the website. But like, as always, you can always just go to the website here and like post as well. I put up a few swagger sticks. Actually, I put up 5. There's only like 2 left. Let's make a few of them as well. But that's just kind of like let's see now. So I stop sharing. So that was a little kind of quick impromptu kind of like tour of the website as well. Let's see now. I used to be Captain Kaboom, but there's too many captains and chap, so I change it to Zapton. Sure, why not? I know that feeling as well. We have, let's see, William Newhouse, Francis. What are those sticks behind you on the wall? Yeah, they're just a few of the extra thorny ones. I didn't get time to set up like properly today because I was a little bit busy trying to get some sticks done. But you know, these are the thorny sticks. I just have a few of those kind of thorny ones up on the up on the wall there behind me. I probably need to put a few more guys up there as well. Troy says, my good wife says all I need to enroll in Blackthorn Anonymous. Yes, you know you have a problem when you get over to 30 sticks, like, you know, but it's a good problem to have. Like, as a store of value, like, you know, you can always get your wife some present too as well. That's where I probably need to put some products for wife on my website. I think I have a few shawls and stuff like that. I must have a look. Let's see now. We have Michael Hart McGough. Hello from St. Paul, Minnesota. How are things, everything in Minnesota? I don't know much about Minnesota. I think like you have this kind of unique accent. That's the only thing. And there's lakes. Isn't there loads of lakes there as well? And ice hockey. I think you guys are known for your ice hockey as well. Let's see. Hello from socialist New Jersey. Is New Jersey quite left wing then? Yeah. Well, like, you know, there's parts of socialism that are like a bit interesting. Like, you know, on paper, like, you know, it's like, all right, you know, improve the healthcare, improve education, things like that. But it's like, you know, as you get a bit older, you kind of more kind of go, you know, you kind of realize, okay, you know, you might have been into like stuff like that when you're a bit younger, but you get older and have your own business and stuff, you kind of become a little more kind of right leaning anyway. Let's see, we have Andre again, his other account. What's up with Frank Sticks? You want to show him? I must talk to him. I don't know what he's been doing recently. He's been a bit kind of quiet on the stick making because, like, you know, he just wanted to chill out there after Christmas, which I can understand. I want to as well. Yeah, I must ask him as well. Let's see. Your format is different, and the chat stimulating. We are blessed to know the man, the myth, the legend. Still viewing the chest of gold from my fort. Missed the rowing stick there recently. Yeah, the rowing stick was fine. I hope you're okay with these kind of popping up the comments and stuff as well. I just want to try things a bit different, you know, and just you know, connect more with you guys as well. I can probably invite someone on the live stream with this software. I might try that in a minute. I'm going to leave for a few minutes. I just found stick number 3. I'm making my order. Go for it, my man. Go for it before someone else goes. Thank you for looking. We'll look off the exercise bike. Okay, very good. The greatest, welcome the greatest. Order of the Blackthorn. Good stuff, my man. Sawyer says a lot of Finnish descended people in Minnesota due to the area being similar to Finland terrain-wise. Yeah, I read that, or was on some podcast recently or something. There was something about that. I do remember that there was an interview with some guy from Finland. It was on Joe Rogan or something. I don't know. I remember hearing that very recently as well. Let's see. What is a good walking stick for someone who's 6'3"? If you're 6'3" and you wear like boots or shoes, you're probably about 6'4", 6'4.5", even so up to 6'5". So I'd say you'd need a good like 38 or 39-inch walking stick. Anything 38 or 39 inches would be fine enough for your height. And let's see, we have Brian Kelly. Hello, Francis from Boston, Massachusetts. Hello from Killorglin, County Kerry in the southwest of Ireland. And a truly miserable March day in February. Miserable weather-wise. It's dark and gloomy, and you know it's pissing outside a bit. But you know, it's one of those kind of like, you know, days as well. So it's all good to see it. And Andre stayed in there, 39 inches. Good stuff as well, Andre. You know your stuff now about Blackthorn as well. Let's see what we can do here. Invite guests in to 10 people. Copy the clipboard. All right, we'll chance this out for a lap. Right, I'm just posting that link. If you click on that link, you can like join the live stream for a moment if you want to just chat for a few minutes. I'm not too sure how that works. I just saw that option there, so I thought, so like that link that I just posted, if you click on that link, you can probably join and come on live stream. So if anyone wants to do that, just click on that link, and I'll see how I can find or set that up as well. I'm not too sure how that works, but I'll just click a few buttons until something works, as I always do. How many personal sticks does a walking stick maker own? I own them all until they're bought. I have a few hundred sticks at the moment. I have about 15 sticks in my house, I'd say. Mostly for protection and stuff, and I have a few hiking sticks that go. Just depends how I feel. Like they're pretty much everywhere. I've never really sat down and count them. So look, there's the link. If anyone's joined, just kind of let me know as well. I don't know where it shows up here. Where am I going to private chat? Private chat with guests. I don't see anything in here. I don't see anything here. Sorry, I'm just kind of clicking around this thing, just kind of getting used to it. The best way to get used to any new piece of software or things you're using is just clicking everything and just see how it goes. Let's see now. Of course, is it hard to find a hiking staff with knob end? Yeah. It's very hard. It's like it's they're not out that often. Everyone wants one. Like to get something that's 54 inches that's straight, that actually has a knob on the top. It's very difficult to find those type of staffs. There's a big demand for them. If I could like find Blackthorn ones, like I could sell a load. But I do come across good ones now and again, but it's just really hard to kind of find pieces like that as well. Let's see now. Joe says, I'll call my sticks knob style walking sticks because sadly they're not Blackthorn. Yeah, just call them, just call them knob sticks. Like if it's an Irish walking stick, it has to come from Ireland. Like where are you based, Joe? Just call them like just walking sticks. Just sometimes you don't even have to, like, just show a picture and the sticks sell themselves. Like if it looks good, they look pretty good. Kirk, never going to go for hiking staff with a knob end. You see, the thing is, like, with a hiking staff with a knob end, it's kind of a bit heavy on the wrist. So, like, even though it looks pretty cool and badass, and you're like, no one's going to mess with you, you're going to, like, mess someone up with it. And, like, with a hiking stick, you don't want, like, an extra bit of weight at the top on your wrists when you're kind of hiking as well. So it's kind of like, there's a kind of practical reason as well for it. Let's see, Adrian McStraw. Hi, Francis. First time tuning in. Very good, Aiden. Thank you for joining the live stream again, and not again. I mean, for the first time. You're all welcome. Wait, I found this. This is something I used to do on the earlier live streams. I found this because I lost it the other day. So this is a little bit of alcohol sent in to me by a good subscriber named Kirk. A bit of home brew thing that he made himself. It's very, very potent stuff as well. So to Adrian Max Straw, welcome to the live stream, and I have a little drink too. Oh, it's good. Hits the spot as well. That was actually full. That used to be full at the top, and I used to have a drink every live stream. I have the other one found as well. I actually found it. My brother didn't use it that time. Let's see now. John Elliott says, "Hi Francis, what's your favorite stick you own, and any chance of a picture?" Like, I've been asked this question like loads of times. Do I have a personal stick? Do I have this? Do I have that? But like, the one stick that I have that like is my favorite stick is like, it's kind of unusual because it's my worst stick. It's one of the first ones I made, and it was crap. It was terrible. And I kind of said to myself that I was going to keep this stick, and I was going to have it as a reminder to show myself, how I'm going to get better at this. Like when I made one, it was like one I made years and years ago, and it's cracked and it looks terrible, and I put a terrible finish on it as well. So I kind of keep that as a reminder, and it's kind of my favorite to look at, in that I look at that and I say, at least I'm a lot better than I used to be. And I kind of like that stick now, because it's like, it's really, really terrible, but I just like it because it's terrible. But I've had a few sticks over, but like, I try not to get attached too much to it. It's like, I make sticks. Sticks need to find their rightful owners and different things like that. I don't have like this one stick that I carry around the whole time or anything like that. It's I make sticks for you guys, and you know, that's my passion. Let's see now. We're going to Ireland in April with a tour group, but now looking at middle of October, just us. Would you be up for a meetup then? Of course, my man. Middle of October, the weather could be pretty mean in Ireland. You know, you're like April. April's lovely in Ireland. It's like quite nice, but in October, man, we get storms. We get floodings and. But yeah, not a bother. Just like tell me in advance. I'd be more than happy to meet up as well. Kurt says the greatest, good one, very good. James Coleman, good day to you, Francis, and James, good day to you as well. How are things in your world? If that is you in your profile picture, man, that is a fantastic beard. You know that's how you grow a beard. And how long did it take you to grow it that long? Be interesting to know as well. So sometimes I've grown a bit of a beard, but my brother used to grow like some really long like facial hair and things like that. Be ready to kick in case a troll joins your track or does something inappropriate. Uh, yeah, that happens, my man. I think like it's just part and parcel. Like people just like to have a laugh and stuff. And like the thing about like trolling and stuff is like sometimes you can kind of you meet guys a good natured troll who's just like having a little bit of banter and stuff, but like it's just that they get mean spirited, like whatever, man. Just like in life, look, if you go into a bar, not everyone's going to be sound. There's always going to be that asshole in the corner who's just like, you go in there, you're having a talk, and he'll just shout something up. Or like if you go to a comedy show, the guy that heckles up on stage or something like that. But yeah, like it's I know what you're saying, because like when you invite people to the live stream, they can go on camera and do some naughty things. So you gotta be quick on the trigger and have snipe them pretty fast. Kurt, very good. Let's see. Michael M says, if the rubber fowl wears out in a stick, do you sell them or they can be purchased at a hardware store? Yeah, you just get them anywhere. Rubber fowl, if you can't find like a walking stick rubber fowl, get a rubber fowl for a chair and get like a little metal washer and just put the washer in at the bottom. So you can do that as well. Hand sanitizer, and it tastes great all natural. Yeah, there's alcohol in hand sanitizer. Sure, there was a problem before with the alcoholic guys. They was going into the hospitals and they were like, drinking them out wash and trying anything that had alcohol in it as well. James says it took about a year, all good here in Texas. Well, that's a year of good work as well. Like, do you have all the grooming things? Don't you need something like oil or beard oil? I've seen them selling that in the shops, but I'm like, what? It doesn't make sense to me to give the oil your beard, like it's not a car. But yeah, there's a whole industry and products now against guys with very impressive beards and different things like that as well. And I know I think like when you get older, having a beard looks pretty cool. Like when I get pretty old and grayer than I am now as well, I think there's something kind of very sincere when you have a big white beard or something. There's something kind of nice around it. Let's see. Robert P. Ryan, hello from Skibbereen. Glad to see you. Keep it going. Not bad. How is the West Cork massive there? Hopes all well down Skibbereen. That was fun. Shopping order complete. Very good, my man. I think my phone started shaking. I have my phone here. There you go. Look, I have your order on my phone. 1 second. Where's it gone? Oh, it got the Face ID from here. So I got your order anyway. Very good. Thank you so much for that. You have stick number 3 now. Very good. Let's see. Adrian McStraw, the new guy in the stream. I made a few sticks a year. I'm from Ahagalan. I don't know what that is, which is close to the shores of Loch Ness, or up in Antrim, yeah. And I have we have the Blackthorn in abundance. I was up in Loch Ness and all around Antrim, like I couldn't find it at all. And there's like a lot of the hedges are cut back by the farmers all around Antrim. Let's see. I'm going to try and carve the item on my profile. Just like remember that to season your sticks and wait for 2 or 3 years, because if you start carving and working on them too soon, they're very prone to crack. James Coleman, I love Texas. So many freedoms. Great state. Yeah, everyone loves Texas, man. There's a lot of love for Texas at the moment. But that's good for tourism as well. But like we don't forget Ireland, my guys. You got to get over here as well. Do you ever use your own sticks for personal use? Yeah, I do. I have one like for my wife for hiking when she goes like a mountain. I give my kids one as well. I give my daughter like a little cudgel in case she ever needs to defend herself. And I have a few. Like the thing is, if it's a really good stick, I just kind of like want to sell it and put it up there as well. I don't know. There's something self-indulgent or something about keeping a stick for yourself, a really really good one. Like I just kind of think I'll always be trying to find new sticks and better sticks and more exciting. So if a stick is like really good and stuff, I'd prefer to sell that. So like usually the sticks that I like to use are the kind of crappy ones, the unloved ones, the sticks that maybe maybe guys wouldn't buy them online or something like that. And I kind of like those sticks. I kind of there's something unique about them. Like there's a stick that looks kind of crappy in a photo, but it's actually a really nice stick as well. Do airlines allow walking sticks carried on the plane? Yes, they do. It's a walking aid. So if you're bringing on a Blackthorn walking stick, there's no problem at all. If you're bringing on like a hiking stick and stuff, it's like an oversized item. And the shillelaghs or small cudgels you can't bring on. But you can bring on a walking aid. It is classified. I'm sure with Aer Lingus, which is Ireland's national airline. I checked it out before. The USA, I'll call it Irish style because the lineage of stick originates from Ireland. Look, anyone can have a knob stick as well. But like, the thing is, when you start calling it Irish walking stick and you're cutting the sticks and making them in America, like guys on Facebook will start like, calling you out and calling you fake and this and that. So just call it like what it is. These are grand walking sticks inspired, by the stick makers of Ireland, like Francis McCaffrey. And here is my, concept of embracing the local woods here in our community. These local woods have been used for many a years. Here is the story behind our local woods here, and I'm bringing this attitude from Irish stick makers into my local community. Approach it like that. That'd be my advice. I have the whole kit: the oil, the comb, and the shampoo. Yeah. It's like there's a whole industry around that as well. It's interesting as well. Like the men's kind of products and different things like that. I find that kind of interesting and the branding around it. The great thing about the chat is it takes us into the weekend with all great energy here. Thank goodness Friday. Yeah, like it's good because there has to be an end to the work week. You have to say, right, whether it's a Friday or a Saturday, you've done your work week, you're it's like, have you been, like, I asked myself this question, like, have I been useful this week? Have I done things? What have I accomplished? Did I get 20 sticks up on the website? If I haven't, why not try harder next week as well? And it's important to be kind of useful in society, I think. Let's see. John says, it is just up in the North Ireland, or is it getting harder to find good crops of blackthorn as the farmers are cutting hedges down for grants? Yeah, not easy now. I'm lucky I cut about 100 a year. Yeah, like in Northern Ireland, they get grants for cutting the hedges back a lot for a number of years now. So blackthorn, you can find like blackthorn hedges, but you can't find a blackthorn stick that's long enough, 36, 37, 38 inches with like a handle as well, because you need to only find them in the overgrown hedges. But is it get harder to find good crops of blackthorn? Yes, it is. Look, I've been doing this now for whatever 15 years or something like that, and every year it's getting harder because, like, I'm always trying to scout new sites and new places and get onto like new farms and new areas. Luckily in County Kerry, it's a bit like a rural area. So there's a lot of like old places and old hedges and neglected land and stuff like that. So I'm still okay for a few more years, but it's always a constant worry that I'm going to worry about supply, because you see, the year of that COVID nonsense thing, I sold like 3 times the amount that I would normally sell because everyone stuck at home bored, quarantined, and they just had their credit card in their hand and were just buying walking sticks and everything they could see. So like it's always a concern, John. And in Northern Ireland, like my dad's from Fermanagh, and like I've been up to the north many times and traveled around there and looked, and it's hard enough like to find. You can find blackthorn a bit up the mountainish area, like in Fermanagh and stuff. Go in from Cavan, Swaddle and Bar, go in through Canoli and up to the mountains there. You can find some, but like it is getting harder and harder to do each year. Let's see. The last 6 days, I was every day outside and cut blackthorn. It's very hard work. So, guys, I have someone is wondering why she late. Wait, let's see. Let me start again. The last 6 days, I was outside cutting blackthorn. Yeah, the weather's been good for cutting. It's hard day's work. I know it all too well. So, guys, I have one is wondering why shillelagh cost 100 or more. You know why? Yes. Sorry, I was just kind of reading, trying to understand the what your concept was, but you're absolutely right, Andre. Like, it's not. It's the hard work. Like, €100 is cheap for a blackthorn when you understand how much goes into it in terms of cutting it, finding it, waiting the 2 and 3 years as well. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of discipline, and blood, sweat, and tears go into it as well. €100 to €120, I think, is a fair market value price. Most guys, like my two other biggest competitors, they're about 150 and 180 euro for blackthorn. I'm about 100 to 120 for the majority of my sticks. And then the fake blackthorns are sold around the kind of 50, €60 kind of price mark. So they're the kind of like levels of it. But yeah, it's a lot of hard work is involved in doing that as well. Really want to come over and check it out. Would like to move here. And if you're an artist, you don't pay taxes in Ireland. That's about it. But like, you know, Ireland is kind of nice just for half of the year. Like, there's one half of the year you don't want to be in Ireland for. It's just not that pleasant. What do you lacquer your sticks with? It just depends on the wood. Like sometimes you want to like have a glass finish, and sometimes maybe satin. And it just depends on the wood. So there's not one set template that this has to be used. It depends on the bark as well. Like some finishes, they soak up right into the bark. Sometimes you want to like sand the bark and bring out a few of the natural colors as well. There's several ways to finish a stick, and I use several ways. I don't just use one way. It just depends on the piece of wood that I'm using on, or I pick out 5 or 6 sticks. All right, I'm going to finish these guys this particular way, this another way, and that's usually how the way I work. A whole new niche for beard care and wet shaving. Yeah, I'd enjoy selling products and that, getting into that kind of stuff as well. Like that's I like kind of the like selling to men and male kind of products as well. I think that's I'm better at doing that. Francis, with the stock I just purchased, I need to shorten it. When to shorten it, would you suggest I lose to seal the bottom? I can shorten it for you. Just go into my website, and it says chat now. Just put in a message there of what size you want me to shorten it to before I forget, or send me an email to mccaffreycrafts@gmail.com, and I can shorten any stick for you. You don't have to do it yourself. Don't worry about that. Blackthorn hedge tree farm thoughts. Yeah, it doesn't work. I've thought about this, and everyone's come to me the ideas over the years. And the thing about blackthorn is that it grows mad in every direction. Like you can walk up and down 100 feet in either direction on a blackthorn hedge. You might be lucky to get 5 or 6 sticks out of it that are worthy to make walking sticks. And if sometimes you might be lucky and get this like nice little cluster of overgrown, and right in the center there's a whole patch of nice little sticks. But like you need a lot of land, and it grows in so many different ways as well. So it needs like 15 to 20 years, to get a walking stick out of blackthorn. So you need a hedge that's like 20, 30 years, 30 years old hedges and stuff like that. So if you've got the time in your hand and the patience, you should do. So maybe I should. I'm 43 now, so start making it now, and then in my 70s, like have my stash to retire with. Tim O'Keefe says Brazilian pepper tree is highly invasive in Florida and great for walking sticks. It's been fun to work with, but definitely would not try to pass it as an Irish knob stick. But it does work great. Yeah, like you just have your angle. You say, look, this is the Brazilian pepper tree, and then you just tell a story about it, or what it used. What's the invasive tree species here in Clorgan, County Kerry is a Japanese knotweed. The Japanese knotweed, it grows all along the river, and it damages house structures and roads and stuff like that. So that's the kind of like the invasive species here at the moment that they're trying to like to get rid of, or something like that. Let's see now, where was I? So we have Joe. Let's see. I know my stay was short. Hope I'll catch the next live stream. Thanks for all your help, Brother Francis. Take care, Francis, and guys. Off to the circus, aka work. What's your job, Joe? What do you do? Or sorry, you can tell us next time. Anyway, have a great day, and you know, always remember you have Irish in you as well. And some going back far enough, everyone probably a little Irish in them anyway. So we're all kind of more or less for the same. Let's see. I think your sticks are good value, Francis. Yeah, right. They are exactly like they're great value. But like the thing is, unless you kind of understand what it is, like you don't appreciate the value. Like I know you do there. You know, in Scotland, you've been great for me this year as well, and yeah, there is like great value when you kind of understand something. But like if you just think, oh, that's just anything or a piece of wood and it's easy to get, the value goes down. But when you have this education, you understand Blackthorn, you understand it, you're going to know it quite well. Do you use the words alpine foss for sticks with knobs? John Hurley mentions them in his books. My limited Irish can't confirm them. Well, Robert, I know John pretty well. I'm going to record one of these live streams with him, and I've spoken to him already. He's quite happy to come on. He's just waiting on me to get my kind of act together and get it set up. So I know John. He's a great guy. I always recommend his books, and people buy them. So what I'll do is I'll get John on a live stream. I've spoke to him there last week, and he's agreed to come on as well. And I'll announce it and advertise it and stuff, and try to get a lot of people. I just want to kind of get used to this software and get some time to kind of like work on that as well. I did invite anyone, but I don't think anyone came in to go on to have a quick chat with me. But if you want to have a chat now or come on camera with me, I can just give you a link. You click the link and boom, you'll show up here if you have a camera on your phone or your computer. Let's see. Since you get out cutting blackthorn, why not learn some wild herbs and start collecting some to sell? Yeah, like there's like I was making tea out of these plantain leaves, and they're really good for like cuts and bruises and stuff like that. I do like mushroom. I do like picking mushrooms and stuff as well, and herbs. And I do like getting some wild herbs and different things as well. But there's loads of guys out collecting all those herbs at the moment. There's like a big community. They get up early and they're all out collecting things as well. And then like there's a lot of like Eastern Europeans in Ireland, and I notice they get up really early and go out collecting all the herbs and the mushrooms and everything like that as well, because they know the value of like those things. Like this great to have natural things. But yeah, you're definitely right, Karen. Like I do have an interest in that as well. Good to be here. I didn't miss you this time. Be well. Well, James, you have a great weekend as well. I hope is all good with you. Let's see. Tom says, I'm with Tim. There are a lot of great woods to make walking sticks in the States. Oak, hickory, woodworm. But would I call it Irish? There's quite a few beautiful American sticks online. But like the thing is, when you're like making sticks, Tommy, or your approach to it is like about you. Like the stick is an extension of you. It's your creation. It's your piece of artwork as well. So you kind of like if you're deeply proud American, obviously you should emphasize that as well. Like hickory is used, isn't it, for snooker cues and pool cues and stuff like that as well. Like there's a lot of great woods in the world, and there's lots of different things as well. But like if like I wouldn't be calling myself like an American walking stick maker or American things or that when I'm based in Ireland. You just kind of like call yourself, if you're like the knob stick is not unique to Ireland as well. Like throughout history in pictures you can see like there was other type of knob sticks. Like for example, if you go to Africa, in Africa the knob carry or whatever it's called, the knob carry thing, like that is a big kind of like knob type of handle as well. So like it's different and very interesting in different parts of the world. And if you're interested in woods and stick collecting as well, like it all kind of ties up together. Just like bureaucrats to try and kill an industry or regulate your business into the dirt. Yeah, it's like that everywhere. It's like no one likes paying the taxes and the taxes you got to do. My tax bill was huge there last year, my man. It was like, oh, it was like it's always painful when you see a tax bill that's way higher than you expected. I didn't write off enough expenses like last year because I was like, all over the place trying to make sticks and get them out, and I didn't kind of have a proper tax strategy in terms of like things I can write about and spending more on my business account and stuff. Like I just kind of saved and worked and saved and worked, and then the year was up, and I was like, oh, it's tax time of year. But like it has to be done. Is when you live in kind of like the Western Europe world or Europe, there's a higher standard of living, and a lot of that is attributed to paying your taxes and stuff. So as painful as it is, I do it, and I do understand, that a certain percentage of it does help society, and lines the pockets of all the politicians as well. No one likes politicians. Let's see now. Tim, the eucalyptus tree is another. I love a bit of eucalyptus. It's good. It's good aroma from that as well. Let's see. We have John here. Is it just blackthorn you work with, or do you use holly, hazel, ash? As holly is great for making stick, and mountain ash makes a good replacement. But the thrill of finding good blackthorn is next to none. John, my favorite wood after blackthorn would be rowan tree, mountain ash. I think that's a beautiful wood. I get that from time to time. I've made like hazel before, but hazel is pretty much everywhere, and there's loads of guys doing it. So I never really got mad into the hazel. Hazel is like the stick of the farmers. Like you see the hazel rods and the hazel sticks, like a lot of the farmers of old would have. The holly's good for making cudgels, but like it's really white, pale wood. Like like if you take the bark off holly, it's just it looks like an Irish person. Is really white. But it's a very good heavy dense wood as well. I don't really make walking sticks out of holly, but like I think holly's better for cudgels. Like I had to choose as well, and like ash is all right, but there was a big problem with ash in the last few years. The ash dieback, where a lot of the ash trees are dying and rotting and are all infected. And there's no elm trees in Ireland anymore. They're all kind of like died off as well. There's some problems with that as well. But blackthorn is very durable as well. It doesn't seem to ever get affected by these diebacks that happen in certain woods. Let's see now. Blackthorn is perfect. Is perfect wood for a lathe. You can make nice batons. Yeah, it can be once you kind of season it, and it's like you season it enough. That's always like the key as well. Yeah, I saw the baton you made as well. You made this kind of like truncheon type of baton. It's very good. You have your wood turning machine. Let's see. I mistyped that. Don't worry. I mistype all the time. Like if you mistype something and I can't read it or stuff, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Mistyping. That's like when you type stuff that's why I prefer conversations and speaking and talking, and it's okay to misspeak as well. I think people need to lighten up about when people make a mistake or grammar or something like that. Adrian says, I've made a few sticks from holly, but do prefer the blackthorn. Yeah, the blackthorn is just badass. It's cool. Like holly's dense and it's heavy as well, but like it's just so pale, like the wood, and maybe you like stained it and stuff. And like sometimes holly is like a bit twisty, but the bark is a bit weird in it as well. But it's still an interesting wood to work with. Where's the bottles, Francis? It wouldn't be Friday if I didn't ask. The bottles are in my kitchen on the shelf, third shelf up, and I forget them every week. I must bring them in as well. I will one of these weeks, the greatest. But you keep asking me every single week until I have no choice but to do it. It's another hobby that I added to my others: metal detecting and fly fishing. Yeah, fishing is something I really like and miss. I used to enjoy shore angling, for mackerel and for squid in August when the water's a bit hotter and the tide's coming in, and go down to Kells Beach and you'd catch a number of squid. I like squid actually, and then mackerel too. And I loved, growing up. I fished the River Lown like all my teenage years as well. I'd go down when the local bullies would threaten me, would grab me in a headlock, would break my fishing rod, and even though there was that threat to go down to the river and go fish, because like where the River Lown is, there's like an estate there, and like all the kind of like rough and tough kids were on that housing estate. A number of their dads were fond of the gargle and used to beat the kids up, and then they kind of used to come down and beat me up. So that was my memories of fishing. But to me, I didn't care. I was like, what are they going to do? Grab me in a headlock, push me in the ground, whatever, man. It kind of annoyed me if they broke the fishing rod, but it was a good place to catch trout, and I used to go down all the time, and you'd get like eventually they just gave up. I fought back, but like when there's one guy against five or six, as a kid, I don't know, it never really bothered me. I kind of just thought that was the way it is and expected it. So I'm going to go down and go fish now. These guys are going to come down and hassle me for about 10 or 20 minutes and then they're going to be gone. So I kind of always kind of just saw it that I just had to wait it out, if guys were being stuff. But, I have good memories of catching the fish. And it didn't really bother me that the guys were coming down trying to hassle me. There's great memories of all the old men that would be fishing from the River Lown, like to be fishing from the bridge as well. So I have those good memories as well of fishing. Let's see. Don't call it Irish is what I meant. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like it's when everyone's saying this is an Irish stick, this is an Irish stick, it's like it just kind of rubs me the wrong way because it's not an Irish stick. It's someone who's trying to sell it as an Irish stick. There's guys like me and other Irish stick makers that have dedicated our lives to this, put our time and passion, and then you have this kind of new guy who puts up something that looks on a picture slightly similar and say this is an Irish stick now. you know, it's kind of like just is there's no respect, and like for me, it's all about respecting people who have done their time in stick making, working with Blackthorn. They've gone out on more than 5 cutting seasons and have gone through the pain and suffering you have to go through cutting the wood. So like you have to pay your dues to get my respect as well. But like when guys are respectful and honest, I kind of connect with them a bit more. Debt and taxes, the only thing sure in life. I know, man. It's like though everyone hates taxes. Who likes paying taxes? Like you work hard, you work your ass off. You come home, you're tired, and everything, and then like the taxman comes and takes a nice big portion of it, and then you're like, you're traveling through the roads and they're still bad, and you just kind of like feel, this isn't fair, man. This isn't fair. But let's see, what's your favorite Irish style food? There's not really like for Irish food. You're talking like bacon and cabbage. That's like or an Irish stew or something like that. Like Irish stews, I don't really like. I kind of like Asian food. I like seafood and Asian food and things a bit spicy and stuff like that. Thai food, I like a lot. Japanese food. For like Irish style food, like everywhere, it's French fries, which are chips. You get a big plate of chips. You'll get like like there's loads of these sandwich places, just bread, cheese, ham, whatever. Loads of coleslaw they put on things as well. Not really. I don't like to make sandwiches and stuff like that. It's not. I don't really find that interesting. But like it's very hard to like find places to eat in Ireland, or else like the decent places are really really expensive. And it'd be good if there was a culture more of like street food and street vendors and food trucks and vans. I'd love if that was in Ireland more. Shame it's not. There's just like rules and regulations to kind of go through all that. But it's all fish and chip shops, chicken and chips, pizzas. That's where you're going to see everywhere here in Ireland. And that's what the majority of Irish people are eating as well. I do like just for me chicken. I like I like chicken a lot as well. So I don't know, maybe like the most Irish thing I probably eat is just like what my mom made for me the other day when she came down. She was minding the kids and she made like gravy, mashed potatoes, broccoli, carrots, chicken, and HP brown sauce as well. You get a lot of people eating stuff with brown sauce in Ireland. Let's see. I am not making a business. I do it for fun and gift them to family and friends, plus one more for each room for the fence. Very good, Tim. It's always good to have things strategically placed around the house as well. It's pretty good. I catch up the comments now. And next season, collect the slow berries. They great. They do great with Irish gunpowder gin. I take multiple pounds. Ukraine is dried up. I would love to make some. Yeah, like I can get a load of slow berries, but it's usually like in November, December time. I must. They're very sticky though. Like let's see. Ron says, jumping in the chat for a quick hello. How are things, Ron, my man? Authentic slow gin, yes. What is the new technology setup? Looks good. Yeah, StreamYards. I was just trying to, you know, I can invite guests on then and do like live streams and interviews and stuff. So I'm just kind of using this. It's a bit better. When can we expect Francis the Francis Blackthorn trees? Don't really know. Let's see. Ron Evans, hi Ron. If you click the scissors, you can record a clip up to 60 seconds. It's a YouTube experiment. Very good. You can clip me as much as you want, guys. You have to slide the clip bar along. See, good. Thanks. Nearly up now and nearly finished. If you ever come to Ireland back, you will. You're only in Germany, man. It's a short flight. Bring me to the bully and how to break the fishing stuff. I show him some special tricks. Well, like most bullies, the guys that were bullies, misfortune hit them in life, and the few of the guys that were pretty mean to me, they brought that philosophy with them into later life, and some of them aren't with us anymore. It's not a good philosophy as well. So there was that their stories weren't good. But like I don't know, I'm a small guy. I've always like stood up to bullies, and like it's unreal. Like when you're in Ireland, it's growing up. There's loads of bullying. You get punched, you get hit the whole time. You just have to like get accustomed to it in terms of how to deal with difficult people like that and stand up for yourself, not let people push you around, and like realize it doesn't last. Like that was like the biggest realization for me when guys which were bullying me because I was different or something like that. Like I remember like when I was a teenager, even I would have the long hair, listening to the rock music, and like the whole local guys, they'd be calling you different things and that. And if you had long hair, they were calling you like the you're a big girl and all like this, but more extreme versions. And they'd be coming up punching and hitting you and trying to start trouble as well. And you just kind of, the strange thing is that it makes you into a stronger character. You can deal with things better in later life. So I don't know if there's some psychological study, but like when you've had to deal with bullies and guys in life, and like you've been hit, you've been punched, you know later things in life that hit you, they're not as tough to go through because you've already been through stuff. So I think it's kind of it's one of those difficult things as a parent, like because you try to shield your children from the badness of the world, but sometimes it's good for them to work things out. And like my son, he was having some issues there, and like guys were at him, and I had to kind of leave him try to figure it out for himself, but just kind of watched it because like me, he's like a small guy and stuff like that as well. But I have zero tolerance for it. But like you have to, I think, as for your own kind of development. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I kind of think you have to leave kids deal with that sometimes themselves. Like if you come in all trying to protect them and wrap them in cotton wool, like you have to experience some adversity and difficulty. I think when the younger the better, I think, in the regards that it does. Like, but on the other side, of course, there's just people that that it can affect them a lot, and it can have long-term effects and different things. So it's one of those kind of like interesting debates to have. But let's see now. I must finish up here. Better to eat the nine county Ulster fry. Yeah, you get a big fat belly on that. You put the bacon and the black pudding and the beans and the cup of tea. Good hangover cure. Tease, yeah. Let's see. James, have a good night. Yeah, I gotta go now. I hate the bullies. Thanks, Francis. Well, a lot of you guys, man, you're big tough lads as well. But yeah, in life, you guys stick up to the bullies. Are you watching Putin? You're a bully, Putin. We gotta. Why not? I think everyone needs to have a Putin rant at the end of the live stream as well. Russian people are interesting though. There's loads of Russians here in in this town in Killarglan, but like they go by Lithuanian. I think like there was a time when Lithuania was part of the EU, and a lot of the Russians would come in on Lithuanian passports. But there's like loads of Russian, like they speak Russian accents. When they speak different languages, like all the Polish people, they know all the Lithuanian people are like, oh, they're the Russians. So there's actually quite a large like Russian community, and they're sound, they're hard working. Let's see now. And like there's loads of Russians that are into stick fighting and stick making as well, and great guys, and they're into martial arts as well. And let's see, I'm still going to buy a couple more sticks from you soon, or wedding and Christmas to go on my extra cash. Yeah, Love your work. Nothing compares to Blackthorn. I owe you at least one. No problem at all. John, good night. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm going to head off now. If you're ever up in County Antrim, I have a right spot. I'll go up there. like I bought, like, there was a stick maker from Antrim, and he was going out. He was like old. He was in his 80s and stuff. And I bought Blackthorn from him before, like about maybe 8 years ago or something like that. So But anyway, I'm going to go now. Captain Kaboom, very good. Damn, just missed you, Killy. You can go back and watch this again, and don't worry. I got to see you. I got to acknowledge you, and I tell you what, we'll end on Killy O'Connor. Thank you for coming right at the end, just in time to get a good shout out from here in County Kerry in Ireland. All right, guys, I gotta go. Goodbye. Bye.